Yeah, I mean, it was one of those matches in which you don't predict some of the things that are going to happen. Going down a man early in the game, we knew that it was going to make it difficult against a good Colorado side. We knew that they were going to be difficult, and that was going to be a good game. But unfortunately, early in the game, we had to play with 10 players. And then I think is how proud I feel about all the players, how they perform, how they stay disciplined, how they believe in the game in order to continue to fight through it and be able to get a very important point at home that is going to be crucial for us in continuing to add up in staying in playoff zone. So when you see a group like this and going down in the 1-0, then tying and going 2-1, and then towards the last few minutes still give everything that we have in order to be able to come back in this game. It shows that the team has character. It shows that the guys are working with each other, that there's unity, and everyone on the bench was ready to step in. Everybody wanted to come into the match and give their part of it to help us achieve what we achieved tonight. So extremely proud, and I think we saw a group that was very disciplined to get a good result. And I have to say again, against a very good side in Colorado, which you got to give them credit. They tried to penetrate, they tried to find ways through. They did with the first goal. A little luck in the second goal. Those moments happen very rare. But we fought through to be able to get at least a result that was crucial for us today.
All right, thank you. And now we'll go to questions, and we'll start it off with Sam.
Hey, Gio. Congrats on the win tonight. Just wanted to hear your thoughts on how did you want the team to adjust in the second half after Bill Tuiloma's red card?
Yeah, so we thought about three options. Leaving some of the players that we had in, then with a few substitutions. We felt that at a particular time in the game, we needed to be a little more cautious in closing some of the spaces, especially the wide areas. That's why we stay in the 4-4-1, and that's why we didn't decide to change into a 4-3-2, which was one of the thoughts that we had in order to have an extra forward. But then we felt that we were going to expose our fullbacks, and that's why we remained with the 4-4-1. And the guys did a good job to be able to manage, what came from the wide areas. And every time that they tried to, come at us through the middle, then we had a central player step in to be able to deny, that players from finding a ball through. And then everybody was very in tune in making sure that that we cover each other, and I thought the guys did a great job. At a particular time, also we thought maybe to go with 5 in the back, but we felt that maybe with that there were going to be some holes in the middle as well, and that's why we remained 4-4-1 and ended up being the right decision for us in order to be able to get a very important result.
And then just as another follow-up, how can you build off of that performance in the second half, coming back after going down twice? How can you build on that in these next 2 home games here?
Yeah, I think we've been building up from 4 matches already. I think this is not the only match in which we have shown a tremendous performance, determination in a unit way to get result. So this is our 4th match, I think, in which we can see that the team is hungry to wanted to fight all the way through and try to get into playoff. So I think today, of course, our desire was to be able to get 3 points at home, but due to the conditions how the game changed, the point was crucial for us to continue in that path that we set forth.
All right, next we'll go to Paul Danzer.
Hey, Gio, talk about the decision to play Bill out at right back. We've seen there as a substitute, but why did he start tonight and not Bonilla or Jose Carlos?
But yeah, so the decision was merely because we felt that by playing Toulon on the right side, we could build with three, release Bravo a little bit higher, and still have that extra player behind in order to make sure that we were able to prevent their counters. Also, they a lot of times left 3-4 players a little bit higher with a lot of pace in order for them to be able to get in behind us. And I thought that Bill did a good job to, in the few moments that he was there, to be able to, help us with that situation and deal with the counters. The unfortunate part is that he was late into tackles. I think 2 yellow cards that maybe the second, I don't know if the referee could have avoided it, but I think, because his challenges were late in those 2 moments, he was out of the match. But the thought was very specific in why we wanted him in that position. And I thought that he gave us what we needed, besides, being late those 2 times and getting out of the game.
All right, just a reminder to media, if you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll go back to Paul Danzer.
Yeah, Gio, talk about the work that Felipe Mora did up top, especially in the second half when he's up there by himself, and then still being able to get the big goal and be a factor.
Yeah, no, and I mean, he showed today, something very important as well that he brings to our team in the moments in which, we needed a striker to be able to hold the ball, to be able to allow us to bring the lines a little bit higher, make smart movements in order to get in behind and in good areas. That way we can also try to, build up and link with him offensively. That way we don't have to defend on a constant basis. The smartness that he has, he showed it today. And then for him to be in the right place again, to score that 1-1, it was very important. He continued to fight. At moments, yes, he looked tired, but what he gave us through the entire match was very important. And once we went 2-2, we felt that maybe it was a moment to refresh right away, to put Nia's goal. That yes, a few minutes only, but the way we made those decisions ended up giving us, the result that we got today.
All right, we'll take one last question from Caitlin Murray.
Gio, even after going 1-1, the Timbers had a few looks attacking. I'm wondering how what you talked about in terms of the balance of trying to actually win a game, being down a man, while also trying not to expose yourself too much.
Yeah, and also what we spoke is let's make sure that we stay organized, make sure that we defend, and we made their game predictable, that they will have patience, and we need to have patience, that while they move the ball, that we get into the areas that we want, and then be a little more aggressive, once they get on the wide areas, in order to make sure that we win those balls or defend well in order to then collect the rebound, and in those moments be good on the ball, make sure that we were good in transition offensively, to bring the lines a little bit higher, to get out of defensive mode, be brave with the ball, make sure that in those moments that we can hurt them, and the guys did that. They were able to present still, as you said, some important moments offensively to create opportunities. And then the goals came, in those moments that we fought through. I believe that in the 2-1, the team could have given up in the way that goal, went in. That goal to go inside the way it did, it was incredible. But the response of the guys showed that they were going to fight through the entire match, and they did a great job.